Hello, welcome back to the channel. And today we're doing the Group C and D of the Euro Championships here. And yeah, we'll just hop right into it. I know yesterday's video was pretty long, so we'll try to hop into it, make it a bit quicker. And there's a few teams we won't really get as in depth in. We'll talk about more of the teams up top, but we'll start with England. England, we're probably going to have Ramsdale in goal from Arsenal, if not him, Pickford, one of the two for sure. And then your back group, your defense is going to end up being Kyle Walker at right back. You'll get Stones and Guil as your center backs, and your left back will most likely be Luke Shaw. Also in defense, you're probably going to see a little bit of Joe Gomez coming in, or a little bit of Isri Konsa as they were the subs on early. And even maybe John Stones playing at the center defense there. But they do run a 4-2-3-1, which you see most Premier League teams doing. Their two defensive midfielders for a long time have been Declan Rice and Kobe Mainoo. Now, it's going to be interesting to see who they end up picking there. If they have Jude back as far as that, I don't think they will, but I think it'll be Rice, Mainoo, and maybe Gallagher will be your main three there. Gallagher coming on later, probably. Really good season at Chelsea. I'm a Chelsea fan, so I'm a little biased there, but Mainoo was incredible, a teenager at Man United, and Declan Rice has been allowed really to move forward and play more attacking than he did at West Ham, but I assume he'll be back farther in defense now as a center defensive midfielder. And then the middle three supporting Harry Kane up top. Don't even need to talk about it. It's going to be Harry Kane up top. You're probably going to have a mix of Cole Palmer, Phil Foden, and Saka. And sprinkled in there Anthony Gordon, along with maybe even some Ollie Watkins on the wing or Jared Bowen from West Ham. Really good attacking options there, and Jude Bellingham as well. I mean, I think if I was them, I'd put Phil Foden on the left, I'd put Cole Palmer on the right, and Jude right behind Harry Kane. That's personally what I would do. We don't know that Southgate's been a little bit of a struggle the last few games doing his thing. They ended up losing to Iceland in the most recent friendly, which is crazy. They play Serbia on Sunday at 3:00, which would be their first game. So, yeah, England's finally looking for it to come home. I really like England. I think that they're going to make a deep run in this tournament. Do I think they win it? Probably not. But not do we win it? Probably not. Will they win it? Probably not. But I think they will. They're right now my prediction to win it. I have a future in with them to win and Harry Kane to get the golden boot. I think it's like 16-1. Again, I'll do bets on Thursday right before the tournament starts. Once we have a bit more information coming in, but again, yeah, really like what I'm seeing from England with their squad. Obviously the results in the field haven't been there, but the individuals are really good, and I think that we'll get really good stuff out of that. Obviously, losing on penalties at home. Next, we'll go to Serbia. Why not Serbia next? I guess alphabetically be Denmark right above them. Let's do Denmark. Why not? Pulling up Denmark here. All of my stuff here. They lost in the semifinals to England last time, and now we'll see them there. Their goalkeepers are, what's it called? Matches. Let me get their latest friendly up against Norway. They beat Norway 3-1. In net, they had Schmeichel, the ever-aging Schmeichel. I don't even know what he is now. He's probably like 36, something like that. 37 years old, so really old. Obviously, the former Leicester man that won one of the craziest championships of all time with them. Their center backs will be Vestergaard, now at still at Leicester, Christensen at Barcelona from Chelsea, and then Anderson from Fulham, I believe. Right? Is that where he is? Crystal Palace, excuse me. And then they have a back four of Christensen. Where is he? I don't actually see him. Interesting. And then they have Højbjerg, Pierre-Emerick Højbjerg in the middle. Hilsmund also in defense in the middle from Sporting. Yep. And then Ba as a right wing back. Alexander Ba. Jorgensen's right here. He'll probably play a little bit on the left as well. Oh no, Christensen, excuse me, the Bologna left back or left wing back. So they'll do like this 4 across. Their formation here is a 3-4-2-1. And then their attacking options, your striker is going to be most likely Rasmus Højlund. You might see a little bit of Jonas Wind, and Yusuf Poulsen as well off the bench as a super sub. Behind him, they've had Skov Olsen. He had a good season over at Bruges. Jacob Brun-Larsen from Burnley will be another good attacking option. And then Damsgaard, somewhere in England, right? No, he's at Brentford now. I forgot about that. Damsgaard, I think, and Norgard are both at Brentford. So a lot of Danish options over there at Brentford. I do think that they're going to make some noise here. I know no Christian Eriksen, I don't believe. I know he is in there. My apologies. But obviously, at the Euros last time, he had that crazy, scary incident where he collapsed on the field, which was, so scary at the time. I remember watching it live. It was one of the scariest things I've ever seen. But yeah, if Højlund has the form that he did at times at Man United, this team could go far. I think that they have a pretty tall task against Serbia and Slovenia. But yeah, overall, that is what we have from Denmark. We will go to Serbia and Slovenia up next. Let's do Serbia. Why not? Serbia, here they are here. I would imagine their goalies be Petrovic. Sorry, my app is really slow right now. It did the same thing yesterday in the video. It just kind of like crashed out when I needed it to. I need my phone at the most, but I can pretty much go off of their lineup here. I know most of them. Up top, they'll have Alexander Mitrovic. I know that will be one of their guys. Dusan Tadic behind him, helping him out, along with Dusan Vlahovic. So two Dusans, but Mitrovic and Vlahovic are two really solid striking options. They will be up front for sure for Serbia. In the midfield, you got Saka Lukic from Fulham. You've got Maximovic from Getafe, used to be over at Crystal Palace. And then Milinkovic-Savic over in Saudi Arabia will be one of their biggest midfielders for sure. And then in defense, looking at the defense here, Mikhailinovic from Fiorentina had a really good run and helped them get to the Conference League finals. Okay, let's see here. My app just started working again. We will look at their most recent lineup. I think they played like Austria, I think. I've been watching a lot of international friendly highlights. They played Sweden the other day and spanked them. So yeah, they had in net Reykjavik from Mallorca. I'm surprised they didn't have the Chelsea goal in there, but that is what it is. Pavlovic and Stojic in defense, along with Milinkovic. Stojic from TSC, Pavlovic from Salzburg. And then they have Zivkovic, Ilicic, Milinkovic-Savic, Lucic, and Meldovic. Obviously, a lot of itches because it is Serbia. And then up top was Vlahovic and Mitrovic. And they brought on Gudelj, Tadic, Kostic, Jovic, Brinsamovic, and Samardzic. I think, does every guy on this team end with a C? I'm looking quickly. I think they do. Oh, Peter Rakov is the only guy that messes that up, but that's crazy. So, yeah, but Jovic has had a crazy few years. He was at Real Madrid for a bit, was at Frankfurt, to Real Madrid, then to Milan. Kostic is a really good wing back, can also play up front too. So they do play a 3-5-2 with the two strikers up top, and I'm sure that they'll love getting some service in. But if any of you have been watching Juventus for a few years, or even just any Serie A with what he did at Fiorentina, Dusan Vlahovic is all world. Mitrovic obviously did his thing over at Fulham and then took the big money move to Saudi Arabia. So, first time we'll be seeing him in a while. Excuse me. And then we have Slovenia to finish the group out. Slovenia, it's all about two guys when it comes to Slovenia. That is Luka Doncic. No, I'm kidding. Wrong video for that. But yeah, Slovenia, when you think of them, you think of Jan Oblak, right? All starts and ends with him. The goalie there, he's, again, one of those goalies. I put him up there right with Donnarumma, where it's like they can take a game over. He gets hot. He starts stopping some people, and they've got things going on. Their defense will be Janza at left back, Bujol and Barco at center back, and Kalashnic at right back. And then their midfield, Enskik, Siren, and Horvat. And then their forwards are Soprar and Milkar. But the guy that everyone will know will be Benjamin Sesko from Red Bull Leipzig. He's really come on the scene recently. Big money moves potentially going forward with some of these other teams. I think they turned down Chelsea and Man United, I think it was, the other day. But I think he's only 20 years old? Yeah, he's 21 years old, 6'4", so a really good poacher. Starting the season off of Red Bull Leipzig, one of my favorite teams to watch. it was a lot of Luis Openda, the transfer in from France, actually no, from Vitesse via RC Lens. I think he's from Lens in France. He was the man up front, and then he kind of slowed down a bit. And Sesko, I think, had a goal or assist in like the last 10, 15 games, something crazy. And he was an absolute machine with a lot of guys during the Euros. So, they're probably not going to do much. But with a really good goalie, and I would almost say a world class goalie and an really good striker, anything can happen. Off the bench, the guy that you would probably know if you're like an average FIFA fan would be Josip Ilicic. He now plays for Maribor in Slovenia back home. I know he retired from football for a bit after he had like a issue with his fiance. I think she like cheated on him or something crazy. But he used to play for Atalanta and was awesome over there and Fiorentina in Serie A. That rounds up the group. Obviously, this is England's group to lose. They're probably going to walk through the group. And then I would say Slovenia is going to finish last. And Serbia, Denmark is going to be a hell of a match. I'm trying to see when it's going to be. I think it's the last one, too. Yeah, it'll be Munich on the 25th of June at 2100. So I think it's 3 o'clock. Yeah, 3 o'clock Eastern. Probably one of the last games in the group tournament, in the group stage. Going to be for all the marbles. I'd be surprised if that was not the case. So really cool to see that come down to there. And now we move to Group D, which I think is my favorite group. We will start with Austria and see what Austria is doing. This group has in it Austria, Poland, France, and the Netherlands. We'll go in reverse order. Now, quickly looking at the table here to pull up Austria and their most recent game. Austria found themselves. What do they do? They're playing France to open it up. They drew 1-1 with Switzerland. Austria, they've got some options here. In goal, they have Lidner from Union SG in, I believe that's Belgium. Yeah, it's Belgium. In defense, they've got Mwene, Trauner, Leinart, and Dulacic. The only guy you might know is Leinart from Freiburg. I think he was at Real Madrid for a part. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure he was. In midfield, they've got a trio of German club guys. They've got Kainz, Seiwald, and Leimer. What's it called? Seiwald from Leipzig. I don't know if he'll actually stay in there, but Leimer will from Dortmund, and Kainz from Köln. Baumgartler from Leipzig. He played a little bit of a left wing role there, and Schmid also played up front. Where is Schmid? From Werder Bremen. I do think we'll see a lot of Sabitzer, obviously with Dortmund, team I'm wearing right now. Great season on loan, I think, from Man United technically. But he had a real good season at Dortmund. Really attacking midfielder, a guy I'm going to definitely take some shot prop overs times of the game. And up front was Gregoric from Freiburg. They also have Marco Arnautovic, the wannabe Ibrahimovic, some would say. But he's done a lot of good things there. Patrick Wimmer as well is another good option off the bench. Can play midfield, right mid, right back, right wing. They do run a 4-3-3. One of the only teams that do so. I can look at some other games because it's really an interesting formation. It's almost like a FIFA only. Yeah, they also run a 4-2-3-1. They do that a lot as well. So those will be the ones you'll see. Really rotating the squad a lot. See some guys getting in there. Poch obviously will get in there as well with Bologna. And I don't think Alaba made the squad. I think he's the captain, but obviously he's coming off that ACL injury. I don't know if he was able to play, but he was on the bench for the Champions League final. Austria will find themselves in a pretty tough position, but they got a big boost, and it wasn't because of them. It is because of some recent news with Poland. Poland, when you think of Poland, you think of one guy, and that is Robert Lewandowski, and we will get to him in a moment. Poland just had a game the other day. I think they played. They played Turkey. So what Poland did is they ran a 3-5-2 up top. They had Kivior, Darkovic, and Brednik at center back. I think Brednik is at Southampton, if I believe that is correct. My app is once again not working. There it is. Yep. He's from Southampton. In net, you've got Wojciech Szczesny of right now Juventus. I think I'm pretty sure I know he's in talks right now to join Al Nassr, I believe, which is Ronaldo's team, I think, in Saudi Arabia. I don't know if it's Al Nassr for sure, but I know it's in Saudi Arabia. Where is Poland? Here they are. And in defense, yeah, Brednik. They also had Frakanski had a great season at Len. He's not really a center back, or not really a defender, excuse me. He's a right back technically, but he's more of a winger. I believe, was it him or Rubitsky? Oh yeah, Pushkas as well. But yeah, Kirior is a left back at Arsenal, can play center back though, which is what he did there. Yeah, Frankowski they had as a right wing back from Len. They had Zaleski as a left mid. He played at Roma. I don't know if that's his. Yeah, it is his squad. I don't know if he was loaned or not. In the middle, they had Zelinski from Napoli. I think he's going to Inter Milan on a free deal. Jakob Motor is another good one from Brighton. I'll expect to see him a lot. And then Piruski, also in the middle. Where is he from? Ludogorets. And then up front, Robert Lewandowski, you got him. You got Krzysztof Piatek out of Besiktas. He's been all over the place recently. And then Sidoriski from Hellas Verona. But Robert Lewandowski did just get injured. He is going to miss the first game against Netherlands and might miss the second game. If Lewandowski is out, this team is screwed. Okay. He feeds him through it. He's a target man. He's a poacher. He's everything you need. You think of him a few years ago at Bayern, that guy was incredible. Even at Dortmund, he was incredible. Not as so much as good at Barcelona right now. I don't really know. The fit really didn't make sense to me when he went to the Barcelona, but that's neither here nor there. Man, he's a good striker, and if they don't have them, they are screwed. And again, they don't have him for Netherlands game, which is a huge break. They need him for that Austria game, because if you can somehow sneak a point against the Netherlands and beat Austria, you're able to move on out of the group stage for the first time since 2016, which is your best ever result. Now we move on to probably one of my favorite teams, and a team I'm going to be rooting for a ton is the Netherlands, just above them. This team rocks. They've got a lot of guys, a lot of teams, a lot of different ways to play, which I think is super crazy. And it's going to be interesting to see what they end up doing with Ronald Koeman. Let's see here quickly. No, I need to look at the table for the competition. The Netherlands, they just had a friendly against Iceland where they looked unbeatable. And then they also played they played Canada and spanked Canada as well. Let's pull this up here. The Netherlands, when they played Germany, probably a better idea what we're going to get here. No, that's not what they ran. He's run some different formations. This is interesting. This is very interesting. But I'll probably run a 3 at the back or a 4 at the back with wing backs. The defenders you'll see most up there, actually, in net first is Verbruggen from Brighton. He had a good season there for the Seagulls. Right back is probably going to be Denzel Dumfries. If not him, it'll be did they call him a defender on this? No, he's a forward on this. Jeremy Frimpong. He was a right wing back. Totally awesome this year, bombed up and down the field. That's the same thing that Dumfries does, though. So it's kind of the same thing in two different positions. I'll see how that works there. It'd be very interesting. De Vrij and Van Dijk as your center backs, along with Nathaniel Ake. They don't have a left back, but they just had to announce that what's his name? Frankie de Jong will not make the Euros this year. He got hurt. They're bringing in Ian Maatsen from Chelsea on loan there, on loan to Dortmund. Really good season for the Yellow Wall, I guess you can call him. He was bombing up and down the left flank, so that really helps out their issue with no left back. I was stunned they didn't take him. Also in defense, you got Mickey van de Ven, probably the best player at Tottenham. I don't think that's like a crazy thing to say. And you also got De Ligt as center back. So you got these really good defenders. I think you should go to the 5 at the back. You can put De Vrij, Van Dijk, and Van de Ven in the back. You put Maatsen at left wing back. You put Dumfries or Frimpong at right wing back, and let those guys run up and down like crazy. Your midfield is going to be Tianji Reiners from AC Milan. You're going to get Gravenberch in there. Wijnaldum's now over in Saudi Arabia, maybe even Veerman in there. They're going to rotate those guys a lot. And up front, you're going to have Memphis Depay. That's your guy. Your left winger is going to be Cody Gakpo. Your right winger is probably Xavi Simons, the teenager from Leipzig. I think he has to go back to PSG because he was on loan from PSG. And then you can mix in there Donny Malin, one of my favorite players. Again, I love his shot props at Dortmund this year. He got hurt. So he's a right winger, plays striker, might go 2 up top. We can mix it up. And then a big target man off the bench will be Wout Weghorst at Hoffenheim. I don't even know what the hell team he's on. He might be on, I think he's on like one of the Turkish teams on loan to Man United and then went on loan to Hoffenheim. But he's a huge dude. Let me see what his exact height is. He scored the other day. It was pretty good. Yeah, 6'6" or 6'5.6". So what is that? 6'6"? Yeah. So that's really good. Good stuff for him there. And yeah, that's what I have for the Netherlands. I'm super excited to watch them play. Obviously, they knocked out the U.S. They lost in the round of 16 to the Czech Republic. It was a crazy game. I remember, I think it was De Ligt got sent off in like a crazy one, and that was the Patrick Schick game. He had like a brace and went nuts. So a lot of good stuff from the Netherlands there. They've got, 3 leading scorers there, 3 guys with 3 goals, Gakpo, Stengs, and Weghorst. I don't know, is Stengs even on this team? He must have gotten hurt because he played awesome at Feyenoord this year. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what Netherlands does. I think they can win this group sneaky. They're going to beat Poland without Lewandowski. They'll beat Austria. And then if they can somehow get a result against France, maybe France drops another game somewhere. But the Netherlands are going to be a hell of a team to watch. One of my favorite dark horses. If someone asks you what's your favorite dark horse, my answer is the Netherlands. This team rocks. But in the group, the team that everyone loves, and he's really close, is France. France. It's all about the France. Obviously, won the World Cup. They lost. What's it called? They won the World Cup. When did they lose in the Euros? Round of 16, they lost to Switzerland. That's right. That Jan Sommer game I was talking about yesterday. In net, they'll have probably Magnan, I would assume. Let's see what their squad was the other day. When they played Canada, actually in a 0-0 draw. Not Canada. It'll be a better game. Because I know they didn't really start the way they would have. Luxembourg, they actually tried. Let's do that squad. Yeah, they played a 3 at the back with Koundé. They had Magnan and net from AC Milan. They had Koundé, Kenyatte, and Upamecano. Upamecano playing his absolute ass off recently. Good stuff there. Diego Hernandez is a left wing back. Right wing back could probably be Klaus, Jonathan Klaus from Marseille. They also got Pavard and Mendy and Saliba back there. Just a absolute wealth of riches. I would probably imagine Saliba is going to get a start over Koundé. And then in midfield, they've got Conte is back from Al Nassr. He'll be in there for sure. Probably with one of the Real Madrid boys, whether that's going to be Camavinga or Tchouameni, whoever they want there. Maybe even Zaire Emery, but probably not. And then going forward, you're going to have Kylian Mbappe, maybe as a left wing, maybe as a interchangeable right wing striker, thing like that. He can do whatever he wants up front. I would put him up there with Dembele. You saw what those two did at Paris this year at PSG. And you put Giroud in the middle. That's what I would do. Maybe Thuram off the bench. Bradley Barcola will be awesome super sub. But yeah, this team rocks. There's just absolute nails from top to bottom. They brought on a few guys. Yeah, Giroud the last few days. Let's see what their lineup was against Canada, in fact, to look at it, just to see what they did. Yeah, they ran a 4-2-3-1 with Koundé, Saliba, Hernandez, Upamecano, and then Camavinga, Conte at CDM, Thuram, Griezmann, Dembele, and Giroud. So I would imagine you probably could see that lineup there. I like that a lot. Camavinga, Conte, and then go Dembele, Griezmann, Mbappe, and Giroud. That could work. But yeah, Teo Hernandez is another one that gets forward, bombs forward, and gets some shots up. But yeah, this team is Mbappe's team, right? It starts with Mbappe. It ends with Mbappe. If he can just go God mode again like he did in the World Cup, they're going to be winning the Euros. And I don't know, when's the last team to win the World Cup and Euros back-to-back? Like maybe Spain? I don't know. I'm just trying to think. So, but yeah, that's what I have for them. That's what I have for the group as well. My official predictions from these groups is, we'll have France first, Netherlands second, Austria and Poland both are not going to qualify. And then in Group C, we'll go with England winning, with Serbia second, Denmark third, and Slovenia fourth. That Serbia-Denmark game is going to be awesome. I'm trying to get ahead of it now. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, that's all I have for now. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and stick around for part 1. You can watch probably with the video linked here, I'd imagine. And if not, go ahead and look it up. And if not, you can maybe stay here, come back in tomorrow and watch part 3 of groups. What is that? E and F, where we're going to have Belgium and Portugal. So thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe. See you guys next time. Peace.